Coming up on this episode.
You might not even do water in a tiny cabin, to be honest with you. I know my wife wants water in there, so I should rephrase that. We'll probably be doing water in the tiny cabin.
You are an amazing chef. Like you're a patisserie, honey.
See? Huh? It's getting better, isn't it? And here on its maiden voyage is our new canoe. And we have a cute little kayak that I almost tipped over in already.
Whoa, your peas are going all the way up to the giant.
And look at your potatoes. They're massive. Yeah. Wow, this is unreal. Okay, I've got the water filtration system on the wall. Green tape at the bottom there is going to come in from that tank. So I got to put the tank there. Why is the filtration system outside? Because the inverters are still inside. We want water, so we're just going to have the filtration system modular like it is. With a couple of cuts, I'll be able to take it off the wall and mount it inside when the time comes. But for now, at least we'll have water. That's the plan anyways. So, I've got to make a base for the pressure tank. And that's what I'm going to do there. And I'm going to get some crushed gravel, flatten it out, put a base down, and put the tank on it. Hopefully I can move the tank up there because it's heavy. I just have to level it out and put a paving block on it. Okay, that was easy. Got the block in, all leveled. Now I'm going to put the pressure tank on top of it. Step one, put this thing in. So we'll wrap it with tape first. Clockwise direction. And put it in its little spot there. There it goes. So hand tighten it plus a quarter turn. So I'll take my several 16th wrench. Okay. I'm not going to use this wrench. I'm going to use a bigger one. So where the mummy wrench doesn't work, the daddy wrench does. So we're going to turn the daddy wrench, quarter turn. There we go. Okay. Put the manifold on. This is a pressure tank manifold. It is going to go on here. Just going to use a pipe wrench because that'll do the job. Next up is our hose outlet. This is so we can drain the tank. And I think I'll put it, if I want to. Okay, that's good. Give that a little touch up with the mummy wrench. There we go. Next up is the pressure relief. Absolutely need one of these. What they do, if your tank gets too much pressure in it from the pump, for whatever reason the pressure switch stops working, it won't blow your tank up, it won't wreck your pump, it'll just send the water out. So put this in here. And that'll be good there. Next up is the backflow preventer. It's got an arrow indicator. You got to make sure it's installed correctly. So the water's coming in, the arrow says this way. So we want it that way. So we'll wrap this connection up. And again, this is a fitting that brings the big black hose up to the pressure tank. You see here, the reason I didn't tighten that nipple is because I can tighten everything by just turning this here. You see that? I always recommend using brass fittings. Next up, this is going to be the outlet to the water system, the filtration system. You go from 1¼ inch national pipe thread to 1-inch PEX. I'll step that down to probably 1/2 inch inside the house, maybe 3/4. 1/2 inch for the cabin for sure. Even if, might not even do water in a tiny cabin, to be honest with you. I know my wife wants water in there, so I should rephrase that. We'll probably be doing water in the tiny cabin. Actually, I should rephrase that. We're definitely doing water in the tiny cabin. Next up, pressure switch. I'm going to want to be able to read the pressure gauge without having to come all the way around to the back of the tank. Really doesn't matter which one of these manifold ports you install these in. They all get the same source. Thread that on. I think that'll probably be tight enough. Maybe I'll try it a little bit more. Yeah, okay. There, that's good. Okay, so my power is going to come in here. Power to the pump, and then power out to the pump. So this will take the power from the solar system and send it to the pump. Last thing we're going to do is put a little pressure gauge on. Pressure tank is now ready to receive water. I just have to do the electrical. So I'm going to do the electrical next. So we now have the pressure tank plus all the plumbing for the pressure tank installed. And I'm just going to work on the electrical next. Now the fun part begins. This is the pump wire that's going to be connected to the pressure switch. This is the pump wire that's connected to the pump. I have to put these wires together so that they're watertight. So I'm going to use watertight splice connectors. So I've got my wire. I've got a second shrink piece. I've got the underwater shrink tube. I've got my butt splice here. And I'm going to give that a squish. And then I'll get one of the pump wires, put that in, and I'll give that a squish. That connector is going to go there. That shrink tube is going to go there, so I'll shrink those later. Trim that a little bit. The primary protector and my little crimp. Give that a squeeze. Put that in there and give that a squeeze. Lastly, we'll do the ground wire. Followed by the primary. And my little crimp ferrule. So stick that on. And that's the finished product with the extra layer of protection on it, though it probably didn't even need it because of that liquid adhesive in there inside the clear tube, in the primary tube. It's kind of like a glue that turns into a solid that absolutely protects the wire from water. But this is on there, so I had two choices, either heat it or cut it off, so I might as well just heat it. The pressure tank is now connected to the filtration system, and we also have a garden hose connection here in case we want to water plants or whatever. Okay, so all I have to do is get power to this thing. I was going to do it before, but I carried on with the plumbing instead. It's an unforeseen nightmare. I forgot that I have to put the gooseneck in the back of the truck, so I have to take all this, put it on that. Ugh.
This logging road sure eats a lot of tires. I used the front jack stands of the big trailer to lift the truck high enough to change this rear tire.
Well, that wasn't pleasant, but back on the road. Here we go.
There truly are silver linings to every cloud. If I wasn't delayed by that flat tire, I would not have had the opportunity to see this bear.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. You gotta pull right in here.
Okay.
Okay, so we've just gone in the boat from the truck. We're heading to the island.
Uh-oh. Another night crossing. At least this time there are calm waters and a moon to steer by. The last time I did this was during that blizzard blackout, and it scared the life out of me.
Well, we're back, and this is bright and early morning sun. It's so gorgeous here today. So we've left the truck over at this park launch, and we're just going to bring it over because we've got some supplies that we need to bring. It's Ryan's 59th birthday, and he's having this for breakfast, and we're having pancakes and a guest, and that's my girl from London visiting us. Happy birthday!
Thank you. It's my birthday. I'm 59 now.
Yeah, isn't that unreal?
I can't believe it. Oh, lemons. I have a fresh lemon on my avocado.
Exactly. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. That's what homesteading out
You know what? Each year
off
the
grid.
cake gets better. You are an amazing chef. Like you're a patisserie, honey.
See? Huh? It's getting better, isn't it?
It
Last year I iced the cake under the bed.
It's
The year
come a long
before.
way since the pudding and Oreos. Huh?
See? See? Come on.
That looks wonderful.
That looks nice, eh?
Yeah, and here's a knife right here.
So what have you learned this year?
I've learned patience.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's something that you didn't really need, but that's good because you already had a ton of it.
Well, I'm not like a doctor with lots of patience. But I have learned. I've learned lots about homesteading.
You really have.
Yeah. I've learned lots from the many, many mistakes I've made.
Yeah. We've got to go and take a little trip into that greenhouse because when I was away with my family, something was happening here.
Yeah, a lot of growth.
Now you're looking particularly handsome tonight.
Me?
Yes, I think it's because your birthday came.
Oh, is that why I'm handsome?
Well, we're going to have a few really, really nice days with my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. And then guess what happens the weekend after? Addison comes here.
I'll put up a few more panels for when Addison's here.
Yeah, good. Now, over there, is the chickadee. That little chickadee is the name that my girl came up with for her shed.
And now we're going to see what Addison names his.
We'll see. It's really quite a nice night out tonight.
What are those blue flowers called there, honey? Those sort of periwinkle colored.
Couple fireweed there, and there's some purple asters, I believe. Okay, we are heading out to go and check out how our Saskatoons are looking. I have never run the boat with this little electric motor. So Ryan has set it up for us, and I'm going to turn this thing on and head out of town.
Is it going?
It's going.
Nice.
There you go, sweet pea. This is kind of neat, actually. I'm sitting down with my life jackets on. Okay, so this doesn't seem to go very fast.
It is such a joy to have a truly wonderful family member join us here on the island.
So we've got two best friends heading out into the sunset. Aww, almost found a new friend. That's really sweet. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna see how this all goes. Remember, we have been waiting all season for these beauties. We have ourselves a bumper crop. There's still some there, and I thought I was gonna miss out. They're beautiful. And my girl and I are gonna pick them. You wanna go, Ferris? Okay, these are gonna be good.
I decided to walk over to Berry Point to make sure all was well.
Saskatoons look good too, honey.
Isn't this something though?
Yeah.
This is what we've waited for.
I know.
This season is a bumper crop.
It is absolutely. Look at this bush here.
I know, this is a bush Ferris found.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really
They're everywhere. Like there's bushels of them here.
something. And you do get a little bit stained because they're coming off, but I thought maybe I'd miss them because remember you said that when you came back you saw them, and on my way out I saw them, but I thought I might have missed them altogether.
Be interesting to see if they plump up after a rain.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking too. This is peak sun here, isn't it?
They roll off.
Oh yeah.
They really just roll off. Like they're so easy. You just barely, you don't pick them. You just kind of pull them, you know?
Oh yeah. So each one of these would make a new tree. Theoretically, right?
I don't know.
How many seeds are in a Saskatoon berry?
I don't know, honestly. I just can't get over how many we've got here now. Like they're so beautiful.
How much do you have in your bucket?
That many? Okay. Now.
Do you remember the ones we got for the pancake breakfast?
Yeah, I got quite a few of those that day too. But I just
did.
kind of thought that was par for the course. And that's what would always happen, not realizing the next year we would not get any.
That was a freak frost.
But that's right. That's exactly right what happened. This here, those are a lot. This is why it's called Berry Point, hey? This is why. Berry Point, Ferris.
Some big ones here. I'm
You can
gonna
have some of those.
eat one of these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at these.
You eat them, they're good for you for your 59-year birthday.
Oh man, those ones are sweet. Not tart at all. Oh yeah.
Do you love them now? Remember you didn't like them the first time we ever tried them, you didn't really like them.
Really?
Don't you remember?
I don't know what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking at the time.
So I don't think they use like as much pectin or anything. It's just straight up sugar.
Yeah, that's true, Ferris. My hands are getting very stained. They are really perfect. Now, next time, I mean, you know, you can't be assured that every year you'll have a good Saskatoon year. That's the thing, hey? But we
That's
don't
right.
want to waste them.
No, we sure
We
don't.
don't want to lose them on the ground. So.
Well, the birds will eat them.
It's heartwarming to see how mother and daughter interact with each other. The love and respect that is shared between them is inspiring, and it's clear to see that they genuinely like each other too. I'm so looking forward to the time we'll all spend together simply relaxing and visiting. It's moments like these that make everything we've built here feel even more meaningful as new memories take root in this very special place.
Okay, so what's just happened here?
Well, this winch broke. So this little thrust bearing, whatever this thing's called,
Yeah,
is
that's broken. So now it's not.
doesn't center. So the geometry of the gears is off, so it makes it really hard to wind.
Oh no.
Like pretty much impossible.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's doing good right now.
well, it's because there's no load. But as soon as there's a load,
Okay.
it's a problem. Yeah, you see.
Very hard.
See what it does is it pulls it against here,
Yeah.
right? And it's no longer centered, and it's like just about impossible.
We can only get it up like a. But it doesn't help that 300 extra pounds is on it.
No, I'm just on the edge here. The weight's at the front.
300.
Come on, Hope.
Opal, come on. Come on up. You're gonna go bye-byes. No, she'll take a flying leap at the end. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. The water's pretty nice and calm. The issue today is that the lake is very low. We can actually see the brown, almost like a sandbar right there. So he needs to come in at a peculiar angle. Good job. It's pretty shallow here though. You're going to want to put your ramps down in the water.
This time of year, the water level of the lake is really low. The mouth of this bay here is not even 2 feet deep, which means the barge cannot carry much of a load without running aground. I have to be pretty careful.
Yep. I think you're too close. Okay. Remember though, those boats are heavy. That canoe is super heavy. Well, that didn't go as expected. We did pretty well until the very end when Ryan was unleashing the gas tanks from off the back of the trailer, and he smashed his head very, very, very hard. Went down to the ground and felt his neck crunch, and he's not feeling that great right now. So Ferris, my daughter, has gone with him on the barge, and I'm hearing sounds as though they're coming around the corner here. So hopefully, she just didn't want him to go by himself in case he got dizzy and fell off or something, but I think this is it right here. And they're bringing our canoe back and our kayak, and he looks in good shape, so all is well. Here comes our little convoy. They want to keep the rope away from the motor, so she's maneuvering that quite nicely. Excited to have a canoe and a kayak at the island. That'll be so much fun. Well, we made it safely. It was a little bit of a fun journey. And here on its maiden voyage is our new canoe. And we have a cute little kayak that I almost tipped over in already. Trying to save it while it was riding. Here it is. All ready to go. It's got water in it, like you wouldn't believe. Because I had a bit of a spill in it, but it's okay. We'll figure out how to run these, and it'll be fun. Oh. No, what's that?
This? This is a little tiara.
What just happened out there?
I was working between the trailer and the truck, and I had my hat on,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't see up
Yeah.
with the bill, and I grabbed the gas can and went headlong into the I-beam of the trailer and down like a sack of hammers.
Yeah.
I got a goose egg and a little divine admonition to slow down.
And a hat that sits just a little bit higher.
That's right. Might not fit as good as it should, but it feels good.
Yeah. So he's okay, thank goodness.
Yeah. My bell was rung, but
Could have been a lot worse.
could have been.
Lovely. You really get some speed on this number.
Aww.
We used to have our water drawn out of this bucket.
Yeah.
This bucket would get water from the lake from a pump. We'd have to manually plug the pump in, fill the bucket with water, and then draw the water, heat it, have a shower, etc.
We went through that whole process, and it's quite a process.
Yeah. The only problem with that is we never had water in the sink because we would only have hot water.
This sink has never ever once been used in all of its life.
Right. The other thing is that this only provides hot water. So what I'm going to be able to do now is split it up. We can actually have hot water from here and cold water and mix it properly
Oh man.
in the sink.
And it's going to be treated water.
Yeah, you want to come this way?
So it goes through here first,
Yeah.
then it goes through there. Okay.
Yeah, so up here, through the 500, through the 140, through the 50-20,
Wow.
through the carbon block,
Whoa.
through the UV system,
Oh, cool.
and then out to the sink,
Oh, wow.
shower, etc.
That is going to be so nice because we've been boiling our water like crazy for 3 seasons.
Yeah, won't have to do that. We're going to be able to have potable water that we can wash our dishes in. Done deal.
Well, we got some furniture to sit on. We've never ever had any here at the cabin. And we just had to have it for the kids when they came so that we could all sit out. And it is so nice to just have a place to sit. We eat out here, we sit and visit, we talk. It's really great. He's crimping.
That's right. It's a 1-inch crimper. Should be fun. Okay. This connection is going to run out that way to the next cabin.
To the big cabin that we're building one day, you mean?
Or whichever interim cabin.
Okay. Because he's thinking about the big picture here.
Well, I normally joke and I say, why do things once when you can do it twice? But I really don't like doing things twice. The next part of this job isn't going to be very much fun because I'm going to have to do some trenching.
Oh no.
Just hand trenching for now, connection. And you always crimp them twice.
Okay.
I tend to move it over a little bit for the second crimp, just in case I miss the edge of it. Yeah, I just, just 1 second here, honey. I'm just trying to get this thing through here. Will it fit into here? But that's going to connect to that.
By keeping the main supply lines at 1 inch throughout the entire water distribution system, and then branching down to 3/4 or in this case 1/2 inch to the bird bath sink, we are essentially manifolding the entire water supply, which reduces any pressure drop that might be experienced at any individual fixture.
This is going to mean water to the sink. This is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
Okay.
It will be so nice to finally have hot and cold running water here in our bird bath, and it's always good practice to measure twice and cut once. And that reminds me, my grandpa used to tell me, "Oh no, I cut it twice and it's still too short."
You see this PEX has this rubber on the inside?
Yeah.
That's the kind of PEX that I like. I don't know if it's any better or not, I just feel better using it.
Working with PEX water lines is super fast and very simple. The other good thing about PEX is that it's flexible enough to expand under moderate freezing. This gives it a little, not a lot, but a little burst protection. It's a much more resilient material than copper.
Yeah, that's all gonna fit nicely. This is our little faucet valve. This connects the water supply to the sink. So this here connects our supply. Okay, which is hot and which is cold, I'm gonna guess.
I've heard some cabins simply put a bucket under their sink to collect the wastewater. I want a cleaner setup, so I'm plumbing this gray water drain line out and into the ground where it will be filtered by the sand.
So this is so that the sink drains. This part up here. Go.
The baby's worried that you're going out to sea without her.
Look at this path, Ferris. It looks so pretty. Oh, all of it, all the way up to your house is all lit up.
The water installation is behind us, and what a nice project to finish.
I agree. I'm really happy to have fresh, clean water.
Remember when we had to boil the water over a campfire?
I sure do. There was a time and a place for that.
We invite you to go way back and check those days out from the very beginning.